Hello everybody, welcome to GeniusCentral.com online classes for law exams. So today I will be discussing with you the question paper of ILI LLM 2021, the examination which was held on 18th of September 2021. So before starting this session, let me tell you, today I will be discussing with you only the objective type questions. So in case if I prepare the subjective solutions of the subjective questions, I will share with you very soon. And also let me tell you, so there were a total number of 140 objective questions and there were 40 marks of subjective questions. That means 10 each. Total number of questions were 4 for subjective part. And there was a negative marking of 0.25. And for each correct attempt, you will be awarded a mark of 1. And also let me tell you that today only the answer key was released, and so I thought that why not I share the solutions with you. So let us start. So in the first part, I will be dealing with you the questions relating to English language. Choose an option which is nearest in meaning to word and capital given in question number 1 to 5. So here the first option is cask. So the synonym of the word cask is a wooden container. Kiosk. The correct option is option number C, a small shop. I hope you understood this question. So in the question there is a word is given and you are asked to find out the synonym of that word. Earn. This means option number B, a vase. Then fourth, yogurt. Yogurt means option number D, a food produced by bacterial fermentation of milk. Let me enlarge it for you. Just a second. Yes. Then question number 5, nyade. It means option number A, worst moment of a situation. Then question number 6, amateur. So in this question you have to choose the nearest opposite to the word given in the questions. Amateur, the opposite word will be option number C, professional. Attic. So the correct option would be option number D, seller. Now let me tell you, like somebody has shared the question paper with me and by mistakenly the rest of the options are not given. In that shared question paper, I'm giving you the meaning of the word called attic. Attic means a room which is actually situated on a rooftop, and the opposite word will be cellar. Cellar means a room which is actually situated in the lowest floor of a building. Then question number 8, divorced. The correct option is option number A, married. 9, principal. The correct option is option number A, immoral. 10, knife. The correct option is option number C, it means intelligent. So naive actually means who actually lacks of professional experience. Then question number 11 to 15, fill in appropriate prepositions in the blank in the sentence out of the given options in questions 11 to 15. So you have to choose the correct preposition. They were sitting, this option number A, by the tree. Question number 12, the bird sat atop the tree. 13, the noise came from within the house, option number B. 14, who is, option number B, on the phone. 15, he does one job during the day and another at night, this is option number D. Choose an option which is nearest equivalent in meaning to the given word phrase in question 16 to 20. So, a sentence is given and you have to choose the phrase which the meaning of which is given in the question. Question number 16, a final shot given to kill a wounded person. It actually is option number D, could etat. Then question number 17, abstention by the government from interfering in the working of the free market. It means option number C, means laissez-faire. Question number 18, careful about small amounts of money but not about large amounts. So the correct phrase is option number D, penny wise, pound foolish. 19, agreeing with someone, it means option number A, see eye to eye. 20. Stop working on something. It means option number C, call it a day. Then I will be dealing with you the questions relating to the general knowledge, and let me tell you the GK questions or GK question and also current affairs questions were actually a bit tricky this time. Question number 21. Which of the following international organizations was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for the year 2020? It is option number C, United Nations World Food Program. This one is easy. Then question number 22. Which one of the following cities was included in the World Heritage City list of UNESCO in December 2020? It is option number C, Gwalior. 23. Which state has recently decided to provide food kits to the transgender persons of the state? This is option number D, Kerala. 24. Which of the following days is celebrated as the International Day of Happiness? Well, this question is actually tricky. This is option number C, or 20th of March. So 25. What was the birthplace of Jesus Christ? This is option number A, Bethlehem. 26. Who was the following has been conferred with Gandhi Peace Prize for the year 2020? This is option number B, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, also known as Bangabandhu, and he belonged from Bangladesh. 27. Who was the father of Bhishma Pitama according to epic Mahabharata? So I have actually seen, if I talk about the previous year question paper, so ILI generally ask question from the from the mythological books. So this time the question is, who was the father of Bhishma Pitama according to epic Mahabharata? This is option number B. This is King Shantanu. Then 28. Who is the author of Bangla novel Anand Mat? So this one is easy. Option number B, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. 29. Who among the following was the first woman musician to receive the Bharat Ratna Award? This is option number A, MS Shubha Lakshmi. 30. Which of the following mountains is not situated in Indian territory controlled by India? This is option number D, Hindu Kush, because Hindu Kush is actually situated between Afghanistan and Pakistan. 31. In which was the Lambda coronavirus strain discovered? In which country was the Lambda coronavirus strain discovered? This is option number C, Peru. 32. The capital of country Georgia, it is actually Tbilisi. Then 33. Who has been awarded the 2021 Nuremberg International Human Rights Award? This is option number A, Saragun Sweat Bay. 34. Which is the highest mountain peak in Pakistan? This is option number C, K2. Then question number 35. Which railway station in India is located at the highest altitude? This is option number A, Ghum. Ghum railway station is situated in the state of West Bengal. Question number 36. Which is the first country to reach the orbit of Mars in first attempt? This is option number B. This is India, also known as Mangalayaan. 37. Who among the following persons of Indian origin won Nobel Prize in Economics? This is option number C, Abhijit Banerjee. Hargobind Khurana was awarded for the field in the field of medicine. Subramanian Chandrasekhar was an astrophysicist, and Venki Ramakrishnan was also an astrophysicist. 38. Meghnad Saha was an astrophysicist. Then question number 39. What is primary source which viscose staple fiber is produced? So let me tell you, Venki Ramakrishnan was actually associated in the field of medicine, not astrophysics. Sorry about that. 39. What is primary source from which viscose staple fiber is produced? This is option number D. This is wood pulp. So this question is relating to science. 40. Which country has the largest railway network in Asia? This is option number C, China. Then we will be dealing with the part 2 of this paper, and part 2 deals with questions relating to law subjects. 41. Sovereign is a determinate superior whom the bulk of the society yields habitual disobedience is a definition of sovereign given by this option number D, Austin. 42. Ronald Dworkin is associated with which of the following? Option number B, interpretative jurisprudence. And let me tell you, like most of the questions were asked from the previous year question paper. I've already done a session on that, and I hope most of you have, would have watched those sessions and have benefited from that session to write this exam. Then question number 43. Who opined that custom is a better source of law than legislation? This is actually said by option number B, Duncan Kennedy. Then question number 44. What is the dual correlative of power according to Hofield? Very easy. This is option number C, liability. 45. Property means, it means legal relation between a thing and a person. Who made distinction between static and progressive societies? This is option number B, May. Then question number 47. Who is the author of the famous book Lost Empire? This is actually option number C, Ronald Dworkin. Question number 48. With whom will you associate the doctrine of utility? This is option number D, Jeremy Bentham. 49. Which of the following is not true about Grundnorm according to Kelsom? Grundnorm must be provided in the constitution. This is actually not true, because Grundnorm is actually a basic norm of any legal system, and Grundnorm is actually used to validate any law, but it doesn't dictate about how the constitution shall be and what shall be incorporated in the constitution. Grundnorm can be used to validate the constitution, but it cannot dictate what a constitution should actually have. Then 50. Who said that welfare is a right of every citizen in a polity? This is option number B, Rawls. 51. What does lex loci means? It means option number D, law of the country. 52. What does rule nisi means? It means an order upon condition that is to become absolute unless a cause is shown to the contrary. 53. In ADM Jabalpur versus Shivpal Shukla, also known as habeas corpus case, who observed that no one can be deprived of life and personal liberty without procedure established by law, also exists independent of Article 21 of the Constitution. So this has been said by option number D, H.R. Khanna, Justice. 54. There are two conflicting precedents of the Supreme Court of India, with bench X decided by 5 in favor of 4 and bench Y decided 7 in favor and 0 against. Which precedent should be followed by lower court? According to the answer, it is given option number B, bench X. And like most of you must have confused about bench Y, because in bench Y the ratio was 7:0, and in bench X the ratio was 5:4. That means a narrow majority. So precedent will be actually, if you talk about my perspective, precedent will be followed in both the cases by the lower courts. There is nothing wrong about it. 55. What is obiter dicta? Obiter dicta means option number B, observation of the court, not necessary to decide the issues before the court. Let me enlarge it. Okay. Then question number 56. Under which provision of the Constitution of India the Supreme Court can pass any decree or order to do complete justice in a matter pending before it? So it is actually under Article 142, under Article 142 also known as Judge Made Laws, and under this Article 142 the Supreme Court has the power to pass any decree to in order to do complete justice in a matter pending before it. That means it is actually power of the Supreme Court to actually step into the shoes of legislation, and the decision of itself actually acts as a law of the land. 57. Which of the following was not in the preamble of the Constitution when it came into force in 1950? This is option number A, secular. 58. Under which provision of the Indian Constitution religious qualifications for incumbent to an office in connection with the affairs of a religious or denominational institution has been prescribed? So this has been prescribed in option number A. This is Article 16, the last clause, also known as clause 5. 59. In which case it was observed by a superior court that in cases related to personal laws, fundamental rights are not applicable. This has been held in the case of State of Bombay versus Narasu Appa Mali, option number B. 60. Which article of the Constitution provides that ownership and control of material resources of the community are so distributed as best to subserve the common good? This is option number C. This is Article 39B. 61. Rape Stens laws versus State of MP established that. So this case established that option number A, Article 25 of the Constitution doesn't guarantee right to convert others to one's religion. 62. Shaira Banu versus Union of India. Two judges of the Supreme Court decided that talaq-e-biddat is constitutionally valid because this talaq is practiced by Hanafi Sunnis for more than 1000 years, who these two judges were. This option number D, J.S. Kahar, Chief Justice, and S. Abdul Nazir, Justice. So these are the two justices who actually gave dissenting opinion in the case of Shaira Banu versus Union of India. 63. In which case India, it was established that right to life includes right to fair competition in a fair market. This option number C, Reliance Energy Limited versus Maharashtra State Road Transport Corporation. 64. Which of the following are a fundamental duty under the Indian Constitution? This option number C, to propagate religious values. 65. Which one of the following languages is not included in the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution? This option number D, Awadhi. 66. What does privity of contract mean? It means option number C, a contract cannot confer rights or impose obligations upon any person who is not a party to the contract. 67. What is a standard form of contract? It is a contract, option number B, this is between two parties where terms of the contract are set by one party and the other has no ability to negotiate. 68. Which of the following is not true about a valid contract? This option number C, this is actually option number C, must have adequate consideration. So this is actually not true about a valid contract because consideration shall be lawful and it doesn't mention about adequate consideration. Question number 69. What is the ratio established in Lalman Shukla versus Gauri Dutt? Option number B, a person who is ignorant of the offer can accept it if he complies with the conditions of the offer. This is option number B. Then question number 70. X wrote to Y indicating his willingness to sell 800 tons of iron at 700 rupees per ton. On the same day, Y writes to X offering to buy his 800 tons of iron at 700 rupees per ton. The two letters crossed each other in post. Will the crossovers amount to a valid contract since both the parties has intended the same thing? Decide in accordance with the law laid down in Teen versus Hoffman. So the case of Teen versus Hoffman deals with crossover. So the correct option would be option number B. It is not a contract as neither of the cross offers can be treated as acceptance by the party. Because see, both the parties are actually giving offers to each other, but there is no element of acceptance. So this is the reason why no contract is concluded. 71. In UP, Rajkiya Nirman Nigam Limited versus Indore Private Limited, there was an offer in the form of a tender by A to B. B accepted the offer but with certain alteration in terms. For a long time, A did not give any response to B's counter offer. Does A's silence amount to acceptance of the counter offer? What was the decision in this case? So the correct option is option number A. When B accepted A's offer with material changes, A's long silence will not amount to acceptance. So, silence actually doesn't amount to conclusion of a contract. This thing have already, have been held in the case of Feldhaus versus Bindley. Question number 72. An agreement without consideration is valid only if it is made out of natural love and affection between parties standing in near relation to each other and is expressed in writing and registered under the law for the time being in force for registration of documents. Which one of the following is not such a relationship? So the correct option is option number C, two close friends who treat each other as brothers. Because see, the agreement of, which are actually entered into or say is made out of natural love and affection should be between relatives. But here the option is option number C, two close friends. So two close friends cannot be, cannot be considered as a relationship in which a contract or say a contract can be made or a consideration can be made out of natural love and affection. 73. A person is competent to contract if certain conditions are fulfilled. Which of the following conditions is not one of them? He must be a citizen of India, option number D, because even a contract can be entered into with a person of foreign origin. 74. A executed the sale deed of land in favor of B. When A was suffering from alcoholic psychosis and valuable land was sold for a paltry sum, can the sale deed be set aside by a court of law? Decide according to law laid down in Chako versus Mahadevan. The sale deed, this option number B, will be set aside because A at the time of executing the deed was suffering from alcoholic psychosis and consequently sold the property for a paltry sum. Now I'll tell you, the ground on which the sale deed can be set aside will be of undue influence. 75. What does the maxim res ipsa loquitur mean? It means option number C, things speak for it themselves. Question number 76. Ad idem means, it means option number A, if two parties to a contract understand the terms and conditions in the same manner, there is meeting of mind. 77. A promises to secure a government employment for B for a consideration of rupees 10,000. Discuss the reasons for the validity or invalidity of the contract. So in this case, a contract is invalid because its object is unlawful. Question number 78. A supplies a lunatic with the necessities of life. A claims he should be compensated out of the property of B. Will he succeed? If so, on what grounds? So here the correct option is, of course, option number D. A will be reimbursed as relation between A and B similar to that created by a contract. Although it is be a lunatic, he has to pay for what he has actually consumed as a necessity of life. Then question number 79. Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code punishes homosexuality because it was considered to be offense against the order of nature. The section has partly been declared unconstitutional in Navtej Singh Zohar versus Union of India. What aspects of this has been decriminalized? Is option number C, homosexuality between consenting adults. So only this, for this part, next into this part, section 377 has been struck down. Then question number 80, section 497 of the Indian Penal Code punishes sexual intercourse with a married woman without the consent of her husband, in which case the section has been declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. This is option number A. Section 497 of IPC dealt with adultery, and the same has been struck down by the Supreme Court in the case of Joseph Shine versus Union of India. 81. The provisions of the Indian Penal Code do not apply to. This question has been deleted because this is a wrong question. See, the provision of the Indian Penal Code do not apply to any person in any place in India, any citizen of India in any place without and beyond India. Let me tell you, Indian Penal Code is actually applicable to all of these persons given in the options, and this is the reason why this question has been deleted. A German citizen was on his flight from Zurich to Manila on a Swiss aircraft and didn't come out of the aircraft. When it arrived at Mumbai while on transit, he didn't file declaration under the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act 1947 regarding the gold which he was carrying on his person. Can he be tried in India for the offence or for a non-declaration of gold? The correct option is yes, as the offence was committed in India. Then question number 83, A and Z to fence each other for amusement. The agreement implies the consent of each to suffer any harm which in the course of such fencing may cost without foul play. A, while playing fairly, hurt Z. What offence, if any, has A committed? This is option number D, not guilty of any offence, because see, there is a section in IPC which says that if the harm is caused in which the person has given his consent and this harm is caused without any intention of causing death, then that person won't be liable for such harm caused. So it is actually given under section 92 something around, I just can't remember it, but it is something nearby to that section. Then question number 84, A under the influence of madness attempts to kill Z, but Z in defending himself from A's attempt to kill him inflicts grievous injury to A. What offence, if any, has been committed by A and Z? The correct option is option number B. A and Z both are not guilty of any attempt. Because again, the right of private defense can also be exercised again against a lunatic person. So this is the reason why A and Z both are not guilty of any offence. Then once again, A under the influence of attempts to be committed by A and Z. Okay. Then 85, A by putting Z in fear of grievous hurt dishonestly induces Z to sign on a blank paper and deliver it to A. Z signs and delivers a paper to A. The paper so delivered may be converted into a valuable security. What offence, if any, has been committed by A? This is option number D, extortion. Question number 86, which of the following is not a necessary ingredient of dowry death? Is option number D. It must be proved that the husband or the said relative who has done such cruelty or harassment has intentionally caused her death. So this is the ingredient of dowry death given under section 304B. 87. A walking on a road finds a 100 rupee note. He doesn't know to whom the note belongs. He picks it up and pockets it. What offense, if any, has been committed by A? Again no offense, because suppose if he had misappropriated the amount, then he could have guilty under dishonest misappropriation, or say for dishonest misappropriation of property. But he hasn't done anything. He just picked up the note and kept it in his pocket, and this is the reason why he won't be liable for any offense. 88. What is the meaning of strict criminal liability? It means option number D, criminal liability without mens rea. 89. Nullum crimen nulla poena sine lege means, it means option number A, there is no crime and there is no law punishing the same. Then 90. Z attempts to horsewhip A without intending to inflict grievous hurt to A. A draws out a pistol but Z persists in assault. A, believing in good faith that he can by no other means prevent himself from being horsewhipped, shoots Z dead. What offense, if any, has been committed by A? This is option number C. He is guilty of committing culpable homicide not amounting to murder. And let me tell you, this explanation, this illustration has been given under exception 2 of section 300 IPC, which deals with murder, and this exception deals with when culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Then question number 91. Ubi jus ibi remedium means, it means option number A, for every wrong law provides a remedy. 92. What does innuendo mean? It means option number C, something not explicitly stated but has secondary defamatory meaning. 93. An act which creates in the mind of a person reasonable apprehension of physical threat, harm accompanied by a capacity to carry out such threat is called in law of tort as option number B. It is known as assault. Question number 94. Dogs of P and D were fighting. D was beating them with a view to separating them, while P was looking on. D retreated backward from before the dog, striking them as he retreated. As he approached P with his back towards him, in raising his stick over his shoulders in order to strike the dogs, he accidentally hits P, inflicting a severe injury in his eye. Is D liable to pay to be damages? Decide according to the law laid down in Brown versus Kendall. So this fact has been taken from this leading case law called Brown versus Kendall, and now you have to decide. So in this case, whether D is liable for damages to P. So the correct option is option number B, because no, it was an inevitable accident. 95. What are the exceptions available to the defendant to defend allegations of absolute liability as developed by the Supreme Court of India? So the correct option is no exceptions, because there are actually no exceptions for absolute liability. Exceptions are there for strict liability. Then 96. On what basis the government was held liable in Peninsular and Oriental Steam Navigation Company versus Secretary of State for India for the acts of his servant? The correct option is option number B. The government liable as it was not performing sovereign function at the relevant time. Then question number 97. The wagon mount case is an example of option number A, the test of reasonable foresight. 98. Which of the following is not an exception to the operation of the concept strict civil liability? This is option number D, defendant's own default. 99. In which of the following cases the neighbor's rule was propounded by Lord Atkin? This is option number D, Donaghy versus Stevenson. 100. Which of the following are the essential of nuisance? So the correct option is option number D, all of the above. Unreasonable interference, interference with the use of land, and C, damage to land. 101. Against which of the following communications a suit for defamation can be brought on ground of not being privileged? A communication in option number D, religious gathering. So this, the communication which is actually made in a religious gathering, it is not a privileged communication. Then question number 102. In Sony Hospital versus Arun Balakrishnan Iyer, the patient plaintiff suffered a body as during his operation an abdominal pad was left inside the body of the patient, which was removed during another operation by another doctor, and the recovered pad had label of the defendant hospital. What was the decision of the court and on what ground? So the correct option is option number B. Damages were awarded to the plaintiff as the defendant was found negligent on the basis of reciprocal loquitur. So in case if you are well aware of this case, then you could easily choose the correct option. 103. Which of the following is not necessary under the tort of defamation? This is actually option number B and D both. So this is a reason why I would say the question is wrong, because you only had to give you only had the option of choosing one answer. So suppose if both the answers are correct or both the options are correct, so in that case the question shall be taken as a cancel, but in this case this question has not been cancelled. So in case if you have chosen both the options, then you are right. There is intention to refer the statement to the plaintiff, and D, the statement is made known to other members of the family. So this is not the necessary for establishing the tort of defamation. 104. Who said that international law and municipal law are concomitant aspects of one legal system and spring from a single basic norm? So this is actually said by option number C, Kelsen. 105. What was the main theme of Helsinki Declaration of August 1, 1975? The correct option is option number A. Participating states pledged inter alia to fulfill in good faith their obligation under international law. 106. Which of the following is not a source of international law? This is option number D. Treaties between two states of a federal polity, because treaties between two states of a federal polity is known as a bilateral treaty. But bilateral treaty is not a source of international law. International treaties are the sources of international law. 107. What does lex lata, lex ferenda mean? It means option number B, law as it exists and the law as it should be. 108. Pacta sunt servanda is one of the oldest principles of international law. What does it mean? It means option number B, agreements between the states must be kept. Option number C. 109. Who was the president of International Military Tribunal at Nuremberg? This is option number A, Lord Justice Geoffrey Lawrence of Great Britain. Well, this is actually a tough question, and so I would say not tough question, but it is an unexpected question. Then 110. Opinio juris, the full form of which is opinion juris sive necessitates, is generally accepted as a condition precedent for the existence of a binding custom. What does opinio juris mean? It means an opinion of law or necessity. Option number B. 111. Which of the following has not been provided by Article 22 of the Vienna Convention of Diplomatic Relations? So in other words, it is actually saying that what is not correct about Article 22 of the Vienna Convention of Diplomatic Relations. This is option number C. The receiving state may not protect the premises in special circumstances. So this is actually not correct, because the receiving state must protect the premises in special circumstances. It actually means the receiving states cannot enter into the embassy, into the premises of the embassy of another country which is situated on its land. Then question number 112. Which of the following is not true about International Court of Justice? Is option number D. There cannot be more than 2 judges from a state. So this is actually not true, because there can be more than 2 judges from a state. 130. Which of the following is not a condition to describe a horse-day combat? This is actually option number D, but he attempts to escape. So horse-day combat is actually applicable during the time of war, especially at a time when the soldier or say the I would say soldier only, like if a soldier is injured and he cannot fight. So in that case, it is actually such kind of situation is actually known as a horse-day combat. But he attempts to escape, and all the other options are actually a condition of horse-day combat. 114. Indian Council for Enviro Legal Action versus Union of India is a case on option number B, pollution of environment by unauthorized chemical plants. 150. Which one of the following is incorrect? So this actually a wrong question, and it's been cancelled from your question paper, because let me tell you, like most of you have this idea that monetary protocol and deals with the prevention or say the protection of ozone layer. But no, this is not the only true thing about Montreal Protocol, because Montreal Protocol also deals with hazardous waste, and this is the reason why all the other options are correct. Like the precautionary principle and polluter-based principle are essential features of the principle of sustainable development. These two. The Stockholm Conference of 1972 has been described as a Magna Carta for environment. This is also true. No state has the right to use or permit the use of its territory as to cause injury by fumes in the territory of another. This is also true. 116. The Earth Summit held at Rio de Janeiro was on. So it was actually on the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development. So the Earth Summit is actually organized by UNCED, and it was held at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. 117. What does no harm rule of environment international customary law mean? It means every state is duty bound to prevent, reduce and control the risk of environment to other states. 118. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court of India gave an exhaustive definition of sustainable development? This is option number C. Vellore Citizens Welfare Forum versus Union of India. 119. To have compassion for living creatures under the Indian Constitution is the option number D, fundamental duty. Then question number 120. The headquarters of the United Nations Environment Program is at option number B, Nairobi, Kenya. 121. What is the meaning of future goods under the Sale of Goods Act? So this is actually option number B, goods to be produced, manufactured or acquired by the seller after the making of the contract of sale. 122. A bill of lading is option number A, a receipt for goods shipped on board of a ship signed by the person who contracts to carry them or his agent and incorporates the terms on which the goods were delivered to and received by the ship. Then 123, when the property in goods is transferred from the seller to the buyer, the transaction is called, so that transaction is called option number C, sale. Then question number 124, which of the following is correct in accordance with the provisions of the Sale of Goods Act? This is option number D. A condition is a stipulation essential to the main purpose of the contract. Well, this is true. Then 125, B, a business person in England orders 100 bales of cotton from A, who is in Mumbai, and sends its ship to Mumbai for transporting cotton. A loads the cotton on board the ship. Does loading cotton on the board of the ship amount to delivery to B? This is actually option number B. Yes, it is a delivery to B, because as soon as the cotton is loaded on the ship, it is actually amounting to delivery to B unless it is stopped in transit. 126, which of the following is not goods under the provision of the Sale of Goods Act? Is option number A, an actionable claim. 127, which of the following is not a characteristic partnership? Is option number B. Alternatively, the business must be carried on by one on his own behalf with the consent of all. So this is actually not the characteristic of a partnership. That alternatively the business must be carried on by one on his behalf with the consent of all. And all the other three options are actually the characteristic of partnership, like an agreement among all the persons. Then the agreement must be to share the profits of a business. C, the business must be carried by all or anyone acting for all. Then 128, which of the following is not a general duty of a partner? This is option number A, to act to the greatest advantage of his own self. So this is not a duty of a partner. 129, can a partnership agreement provide that a partner shall not carry on any business other than that of the firm while he is a partner? This is option number B. This actually, in this case, the correct option is both option number B and D. Notwithstanding anything contained in section 27 of the Indian Contract Act, such agreement is valid. And 27 actually deals with restraint, to carry on trade or profession, which such kind of agreement is actually termed as void. But if a partnership agreement provides that the partner shall not carry on any business, also then such kind of agreement is actually valid, notwithstanding any condition or anything is actually provided under section 27 of the Indian Contract Act, and such agreement may be enforced. Option number D. Then question number 130, which of the following is implied authority of a partner in a firm? This is option number C, receives a sum of money on behalf of the firm. 139. In which of the following cases a firm cannot be dissolved by a court? This is option number B. If a partner issues receipt on behalf of the firm on receipt of money due to the firm. So in that case, the firm cannot be dissolved. Then question number 132. Which of the following business entities based on status? This is option number C. A Hindu undivided family carrying on business. Then question number 133. What does a promissory note mean under the Limitation Act? This is actually option number D. Any instrument whereby the maker engages absolutely to pay a specified sum of money to another at a time, they are a limited or on demand or a side. 134. In computing the period of limitation for a suit or an appeal, where an application to sue or appeal as a pauper has been made and rejected, what period, if any, shall be excluded for computing the period for payment of court fee? Is option number B. The time during which the applicant has been prosecuting in good faith his application for such leave. So only that period will be excluded from the Limitation Act. Then 135. What is a period of limitation for money payable for money lent, and when the period of limitation begins to run? So it is actually 3 years when the loan is made. 136. What is a period of limitation for a mortgagor to redeem or recover possession of immovable property mortgaged, and when does such a period of limitation begin to run? This is actually option number A. This is 30 years with the right to recover or redeem the possession accrues. So 30 years is given, 30 years limitation period is given for a mortgagor to remove or recover his possession of immovable property. 137. Which of the following contracts cannot be specifically enforced? This is option number B. A contract the performance of which doesn't involve the performance of a continuous duty which the court can supervise. So the question is actually asking what contract can be specifically enforced. This is option number B. This is actually a contract the performance of which doesn't involve the performance of a continuous duty which the court can supervise. So this is the reason why option number B is correct. Option 138. In which of the following an injunction can be granted? Option number A. To restrain any person from prosecuting a judicial proceeding pending at the institution of the suit in which the injunction is sought, if such restraint is necessary to prevent a multiplicity of proceedings. So in that case, an injunction can be granted. Then 139. What does the obligation mean according to Specific Relief Act? So it actually means option number B. It includes every duty enforceable by law. Obligation means every duty which is enforceable by law. 140. Under the enactment of the Specific Relief Act, which is now in force, so the question is asking in which year the Specific Relief Act was enacted. This is option number C, 1963. And these are part 3 questions. There are 4 questions and each questions carry 10 marks. So I'm just reading over to you. The first question was, these are subjective questions. Discuss the essential of a fair criminal trials in context of victim rights. Then 2, do you agree that international law is a vanishing part of jurisprudence? So this has been said by Holland. Give reasons for your agreement for disagreement. Agreement or disagreement. Then question number 3, critically discuss the contribution of critical legal studies to jurisprudence. 4, critically analyze the law relating to sedition. This is section 124A of IPC. So this is the session for today and I hope you all have liked it. Do not forget to give a like, share and subscribe to the channel. So till we meet the next time, thank you and have a nice day.